'cause I'm gonna give you candy.
Just left up water residents. Have a nice day. Take care.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Before Dan does his real estate stuff, John's coffee. I want to say something about YouTube. For those of you that know YouTube, I'll just make it really quick. It was kind of an amazing thing. There's all kinds of videos on there. In fact, we're there. Our show is
Actually,
on there.
this is our time, so just take your time and relax.
Okay, and then also you can learn how to tie a tie, how to cook a recipe. Yeah,
obviously I haven't learned
No,
yet.
you didn't look at a YouTube. So the point of this story about YouTube is somebody gave my son a 50-inch gorgeous television that the lamp was gone. All he had to do was fix the lamp. He could have it. Well, it's been in my bedroom for 8 months.
Nice.
Wasn't the lamp. So they decided it was the color wheel. I don't know who he thinks he is, some kind of mechanic, TV mechanic guy. So I come back from dinner on Wednesday, and there is a 50-inch TV on my kitchen table. All the guts removed. And a note from my son, don't worry, we'll be right back. Right there was I should have started worrying. So he goes to get a can of that spray you do the computer keys with.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I don't know what he needed for.
The air.
And he walks in and I said, what are you doing? He says, I'm going to fix this television. They want $400 to fix it, and I got the part yesterday. And I said, and who died and left you a television mechanic? And he looked at me simply and he said, YouTube is going to show me how to do it. He fixed that television. And it is in his bedroom now. So from
After
YouTube.
8 months.
Yeah.
Sitting in the corner, waiting.
It's so big that I was using it like a bulletin board. I was sticking pictures and tickets in the frame. But I got to tell you, YouTube
Dual purpose.
is a wonderful thing. My goodness. And
That's great.
when he graduated, he
great.
had to wear a tie like this. We didn't know how to tie one, so we looked on YouTube. So if you have access to a computer and you haven't ever been on YouTube,
And what did I do?
All
And-
his real estate stuff.
all Dan's real estate stuff is on YouTube. Anybody's on YouTube. And just
YouTube
the fact
is a
that
good
we're
thing.
on
It is
there
good.
is
I know.
a testament to that fact. So Dan, welcome to the show.
I did that same thing. I go to my mom and dad's, who's down in, they have assisted living, you know, down in Victorville. And I show up there I like to surprise them, you know, and
I
they
bet.
live in one of them little, I've surprised them all their life, and they never know what to
What's the
expect from me.
difference now?
So I always call and say, so what are you guys doing? And then I knock on the door, you know, and show up there. And I walk in, and sure enough, there's my mom and dad sitting there watching me on YouTube.
Oh, now see, you have some pretty progressive.
Really fun.
You have some pretty progressive parents. My mother
Yeah.
won't even go near a computer, and I think that's too bad because she can do so much.
My dad is 88 years old, and he probably knows more about the computer than I do.
Hi, Dad.
He's-
Thanks for watching.
He's a crack up, man. I mean, he's like over there, hey, when you go down and get your ink filled, would you take mine with you too? I've just burnt right through everything, you know.
That's
and
great.
He loves it. It's his, he's very, very versed
Computer
at it.
literate,
He enjoys
yeah.
it, and well, my dad's been a photographer all his life, so that kind of
Oh.
stuff just excites him. So
Yeah.
and actually it was kind of funny, a little story, you know.
No, your
went
turn.
down
I
there,
gave a short story.
And one of the reasons that he watches it is because he started a thing called Love Caring program in Hayward, California, and it was called Life on Videotape.
Oh.
And he had his own local TV station that he would go to all of the senior centers and film what those people knew how to do. And so they all had their old, their little hobbies and things that they had done over the years, and he'd film them. And then he would go to the convalescent hospitals and he would show 1 hour programs every day. He got an Emmy for that. He got an Emmy on TV for doing that kind of stuff, and
That
he
just
did
makes my
that for
heart feel
years.
good.
And he went
Wow.
around, and that was just the greatest thing for him. And he actually did that for years. And he goes,
got it,
this
Emmy?
runs in the family.
I
I
know.
see you sitting
Show
there on
business.
TV. You know, he just loved it. So it was kind of a great thing, and I was cracking up. And
Oh, that's
so that's
nice.
why he was watching it. You know,
Good.
It's good to see somebody else doing it. You know.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I
It's
love
in
it.
our blood.
He's great. He really is. Watching football yesterday, he called me, you know, who are you taking today? So we still do that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, that's a
I know
man
you don't like
thing.
football.
Oh, no.
But he doesn't get in there. Boxing.
Yeah, I like boxing. We'll talk about that someday. But tell us about real estate, Dan. What's happening in the valley?
Real estate. Oh, stop tapping the table.
Yeah, you haven't done that in a long time.
Okay, to the glasses.
All right. Oh, now we have our distinguished look.
Gotta get that real estate look.
That's right.
Stepping up to it. We're doing actually very well. I was kind of surprised because I usually
I know you were.
I got the stats a little late last night. The guy that works on the stats does a really great job, and so we just.
But he just stays up
I'm
a
very
little
happy.
later than
He
you
stays
do.
up a little.
Yeah.
Actually, it was an early day for me. Usually, I don't complain about things like that because I'm usually up until 1 or 2 in the morning. So I kind of ended my day early, and I wasn't actually in bed by 9 o'clock last night.
So was I.
I was shocked, and I was
So
just
was
beat
I.
for the day. So I thought, well, and I would just like to give that out to John Wells. He does my stats for me. He does a great job.
I'm getting all teary-eyed.
And he does a wonderful job.
He
and
does.
I thank you very
He
much,
does.
John. I
And he
know you put a
maintains
lot
our
of effort
website
into
for
that.
Channel 6, so thank you very much.
So
He's a busy man.
Good job. Right on. So anyway, to take the confusion out of what I do, I can't.
I know. So, just
So
say
overall, we
little
have
words.
851 sales for the year, which is good, but it's not up to
What's
what
the
we're
top? What's the
accustomed.
top record? You think?
Usually right in the 1,100 to 1,200 range.
okay.
Has been in the past. So
okay,
we're
you're
still
inching
a
up.
little weak, but we're getting there. We have 726 residential over for the. Ooh. Ooh.
That's what you get when you get your material late. It's like, oh my, what am I going to read?
No. It's 726 this week. Last week was 703. So we're up 23 for the week. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
good.
the ooh is for. That's a big move for a week. That's a
Yeah,
lot of units to
it
sell
is.
for 1 week.
It is.
So usually we're in that. We're usually pushing right around maybe 10 to 15 for a week.
So when you say
to move-
sell or sold, does that mean
That's
they're
a closed
done?
escrow.
Oh, okay.
This is all pulled off of
Okay.
our
I should
local
know that.
MLS.
Okay.
So for the MLS exchange, so this is all pulled from the local board.
So we had a busy
MLS.
week.
Yeah. So for 23 homes to close in 1 week, that's a darn good move. Cash buyers are still out there, but they're only representing 34% of our market right now. So that's a big drop from the 47, 44 is what we've seen in the past year. So for us to be at 34%, that's really showing you that the investors, one of two things, either the market's slowing down as far as on the low end, because the investors are really only tagging the low end of the
Right.
market. That's between, up until recently, it's been between 0 to 100,000. But that market is pretty much depleted, so
Yeah.
they might have moved up into the 150,000 range, but not much higher than that. So for the cash buyers, now we're at 34%. As of last week, that's our cash buyer market is 253 for the year. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good run. Usually it's about 150 for cash buyers. So we're doing good all the way across. Now the best one that I've seen here was the land. Our land has not moved off of 370 for about 7 months. And we are now down to 332 lots for sale.
Oh, wow.
So that is a big jump. So the next thing I would really like to see is our building department open up again.
Do you think that's because people need to, for taxes, they need to spend some money, so they figure just buy a piece of dirt and
No, you know what? Dirt is so cheap right now. It's right around $6 a square foot. And that's probably the lowest that it's been in a long time, and it's going to fluctuate back and forth. But for the average, it's between $6 and $11 a square foot. That is really cheap, and I think people realize that the market is pretty much flatlining. We're at the bottom, or close to it. So it is time to start investing in land, and so that's why you see the movement in the land. I have one particular investor that he was started dabbling in the housing, and he bought a couple of houses and turned them, but he has now gone back to land, and he is picking up every drop of land that he can get his hands on, because everybody has that feel right now that that the property has stabilized, and especially on the low end, but sooner than later, we're going to start building again. You're seeing that the building market is up right now all across the country. So permits are being pulled. The market is starting to move. The short sales and foreclosures are really getting down. And that's the greatest thing at this point, is that it's just been very difficult for the last 3 years dealing with foreclosures and short sales. It took so long to learn how to deal with them.
now they're going to be over.
And again, and I'm
They'll
only
never be
going
over.
to say this I'll say this probably right up until December 31st, and it won't do any good at that point. But the idea, and actually, John and I were on the internet the other day, and we were looking at this deficiency program that's out there for the
Right.
taxes, for the forgiveness and everything. And there is no guarantee at this point, even through, I believe it was CAR, right, John? That we were looking at the information on there, and they're saying that it doesn't look like this program is going to be renewed. And so it is going to end at the end of the year. And those people that are procrastinating, and those people that are holding out, thinking that things are just going to get better, or somebody's going to come along on their white horse and save them, it's not happening.
You know who's going to save us, don't you? The Mayans. The world's going to end on December 21st. So don't worry about real estate.
I forgot.
You're so
Sorry.
silly, making everyone worry.
I'm going to make them worry anyhow,
Okay,
because
okay.
I really believe that procrastination is the biggest thief of opportunity. And if you don't get out there and really take a good look at your situation, and if you don't have a plan in line, contact me. I'm happy to help you out, to at least tell you what your pros and cons are and sit down with you. I'm not in this for trying to capture you as a listing or anything else. I'm looking at it between now and the end of the year as just trying to be informative as I can to help people make a good, solid decision for their future. Because if you wait till past the end of this year, you're going to be responsible for the taxes and the deficiency, whether you go to foreclosure, short sale, or anything else, because these programs are all going to end. That's our state program and our federal program.
Well, Dan, I would love to contact you, but I don't know how. So how can I contact you?
Let me see. I think John put that on my paper. My phone number is 909-878-0522. My email is daniel@exitrealityBigBear.com, and our website is exitrealitybigbear.com. So please just take the time, contact me. I'm willing to come to your house, sit with you, explain the best I can to help you get through your situation, shake hands and walk out the door, and you make your own decision as a grown adult. But you need to know the pros and cons of where you're at, and I'm more than happy to do that for you. For the stat information, if you'd like to see what the market is doing in more detail, you can go to our website, which I just gave you, or you can also go to findahomeinbigbear.com, which is probably the second most informative outside of our website that we put our information on, and that is handled by John Wells, and I'm very grateful for the effort that he puts into that.
We like his effort.
Yeah, and don't even hesitate. I'll give you information over the phone if you just want to call and talk and you don't want to meet. Don't be afraid to reach out. It's very important that you get the information and have your
thank you.
have your knowledge
Thank you.
straight.
Okay, well, we're almost going to sign off, but I wanted to say something really quick. Last Wednesday, we went down to Red Lobster for all-you-can-eat shrimp. What a smorgasbord of delights. But let me tell you, after 6 little shrimp plates, I was done. Because you get a baked potato, you get all this crap. But guess what the record is? Because you're going to have as much shrimp as you want. Hurry, we gotta go. Guess what the number the most that somebody's eaten in a long
I have
time?
no idea.
68 servings of
No
shrimp.
way.
68 servings.
Serving.
So that's all. That's my trivia for today. Thank you, Dan. And
Thank you,
John
Laura.
Wells. You're welcome. And we hope you'll join us next Monday because we'll have some exciting guests then too. So make it a good day, Big Bear.
Have a wonderful
See you
week.
later.
Everything, everything. Come on to my house.